With the release of the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield DLC coming out this year, we can expect some brand new Galarian forms. We already know a few of these though, being the Galarian Legendary Birds and Galarian Slowpoke, Slowbro and Slowking. However though, could we see some more altered forms of previous Pokemon? In today's video, we're going to be going over 8 Pokemon that could actually be getting Galarian forms in the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. If you guys are excited for the video, please do consider hitting that like button down below. Let's try and hit 600 likes. Drop a comment with any Pokemon that you think might be getting a Galarian form in the DLC, and subscribe if you're brand new. We do daily Pokemon content on this here channel. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video, and I hope that you guys enjoy. Now, coming up first for today's video is a Pokemon that probably has the least amount of chance of being a Galarian form, hence why it's the first in the list, and that is a Galarian Arbok. Now, the reason that I put this in today's video is simply because its counterpart, Weezing, did get a Galarian form in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Counterparts sometimes do get the same love, and it was only the Coughing line that made it into the 8th generation games, leaving a easy pathway for Arbok and Ekans to also make their way into the Galar region. Just like Coughing though, I'm pretty sure that Ekans wouldn't get a Galarian form, just strictly Arbok in this situation. For the type, it could easily carry on the Fairy typing that was given to Galarian Weezing. Maybe it could be some sort of Fairy Dark type, or it could just be a Fairy Poison type, just like Galarian Weezing. Either way, these two Pokemon have a lot of history together thanks to the anime and Team Rocket. They're both originally Poison type Pokemon. I think it would be really cool to see Arbok make an appearance in the DLC for Pokemon Sword and Shield as a new Galarian form. You could easily change the pattern on its chest, change the color of its body. Either way, this Pokemon would make a really cool Galarian form in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Coming up next, we have Galarian Nidoking and Galarian Nidoqueen. Now, when Pokemon Sword and Shield were originally teased and we found out that the Galar region was in fact based on the UK, a lot of people thought that for sure we were going to see these two Pokemon, seeing as they are royal Pokemon having the name King and Queen, and the UK is very much royal based. However though, to our surprise, Nidoking and Nidoqueen did not make the final cut, which was crazy to a lot of people. However though, the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra trailer was released and we did see some returning Pokemon, one of them being Nidorino. Now of course you can't have one Nidoran line without the other, that's just crazy talk. So if we do have Nidorino, we're most likely going to get Nidorino, allowing the Nidoran lines to flourish in the Galar region. However though, we are not strangers to seeing a normal Pokemon evolve into a new form. We saw it with Coughing, evolving into Galarian Weezing. We saw it with Pikachu, evolving into Alolan Raichu. So we could easily see Nidorino and Nidorina evolving into a Galarian Nidoking and Queen. Their normal typings of Poison and Ground could easily change into Poison Psychic or something like that. Maybe given to Avery and Clara, the new rivals in the DLC, as their ace, or something like that, who knows. Either way, I feel like Nidoking and Nidoqueen definitely deserve some sort of love in the DLC, seeing as they were stripped of the original Pokedex in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Next up for today's video is a Pokemon that a lot of people are convinced will be getting a new Galarian form in the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC, and I am one of those people. I definitely think this Pokemon is gonna make a spotlight, and that is Galarian Dustox. Now, originally a Pokemon that wasn't really shown too much love, could easily be changing in the expansion pass. Now, previously mentioned, there are 2 new rivals being introduced into the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra, being Clara and Avery. Clara being the Pokemon Sword exclusive, a Poison type trainer, whilst we have Avery being the Pokemon Shield exclusive, a Psychic type trainer. Both of these new characters have some pretty interesting character designs. Avery being able to float Pokeballs around his top hat, and Clara, well, Clara's the interesting one, because the bow tie on her hair definitely resembles the pattern on Dustox's wings. It shares the same ring circle-like patterns on Dustox's wings, and even shares the same edge-like pattern as well. This has led fans to believe that we are most likely going to be getting a Galarian Dustox, and seeing as Clara is a Poison type Pokemon trainer, they are expecting that this new form of Dustox to be a poison type Pokemon, could easily be poison flying or something similar to that. However though, at the end of the day, Dustox is part of an evolution line. So what is the other Pokemon? Which is bloody Beautifly. You can't have Dustox getting a Galarian form without Beautifly, which leads me on to my next Galarian form, which is Galarian Beautifly. Now another branched evolution line that are already getting Galarian forms is of course Slowpoke. We're getting Galarian Slowbro in the Isle of Armor and Galarian Slowking in the Crown Tundra. So if we did see a Galarian Dustox, it would pretty much guarantee that we were also getting a Galarian Beautifly. And seeing as a lot of people do believe that Galarian Dustox is going to be given to Clara in her team, it would most likely mean that Beautifly would be given to Avery. And seeing as Avery is a Psychic type Pokemon trainer, you probably guess where I'm going with this. Galarian Beautifly would most likely be a Psychic type Pokemon. Probably Psychic Flying or Psychic Bug or something like that. There is a lot of evidence supporting that these two Pokemon are going to be getting Galarian forms in the Isle of Armor or the Crown Tundra, so I want to know what you guys think. Galarian Dustox and Beautifly, yay or nay? Now finishing things off for today's video is another bunch of Pokemon that could be a little bit far-fetched having Galarian forms, but at the same time also has a bit of evidence behind it. And that is the Regi trio, Regice, Regirock, and Registeel. Now the reason that I do believe that these three legendary Pokemon are going to be getting Galarian forms is all thanks to the Crown Tundra trailer. Now originally in the trailer at the very end we see a bunch of legendary Pokemon that are going to be available in the DLC. We see Mewtwo, we see Ho-Oh, we see Lugia, we see the legendary beasts Entei, Raikou, and Suicune, we see Groudon, we see Kyogre, we see Rayquaza, we see the Gen 4 legendaries, Gen 5, Gen 6, Gen 7. We pretty much see every single legendary Pokemon in this list, and if you don't believe me, go watch it yourself. However though, some Pokemon that are missing from this list are the legendary birds, Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos, which lo and behold, got Galarian forms, but not only that, the original Regi trio are also missing. So straight off the bat, you can put two and two together that if one trio are missing and then got Galarian forms being the legendary birds, what would happen to the other trio? Now I know what you're already saying. If you have studied through this trailer, you're probably like, well Matt, the Regis do appear. They appear very early on in the trailer, and they do. When it's talking about the new Regi legendary Pokemon, the trailer does showcase Regirock, Regice, and Registeel in different places. However though, it does also show the legendary birds in another trailer. As you can see by the image on your screen, it does show the Cantonian forms of Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos. So even though these Regis do appear early on in the trailer, so do the legendary birds, and they still got Galarian forms. A lot of people do think that that is linked with the tree, and then that is why they get their Galarian forms. There might be something in the Crown Tundra that also reacts giving the Regis new Galarian forms. And I know you're probably saying, well, hey, what if all the legendaries at the end, they're all in the trailer, why can't they get Galarian forms? Again, you're right, I am just simply going off the evidence that we already know, that the fact that the legendary birds are seen, the Regis are seen. However though, the birds still get Galarian forms. They're not in the end of the trailer, just give me this one, alright? So that is why I do believe the original Regi trio will also be getting Galarian forms, and I think it's going to be very similar to how Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno get their forms. However though, with that, it does end today's video. I know a couple of these Pokemon were a little bit far-fetched to be getting Galarian forms, but there is a little bit of evidence behind each one supporting my reasons and supporting the fact that they may be getting Galarian forms in the Isle of Armor or the Crown Tundra when those DLC expansion packs do drop later this year. But what do you think about my list? Do you think Galarian Arbok could be real? Do you think Galarian Nidoking and Queen could be real? Dustox, Beautifly, any of the Regis? I personally think that Dustox and Beautifly definitely are, and the Regis could also be as well. The rest, I'm a little bit skeptical, but I really hope they do make the final cut. But I want to know what you guys have to say. Let me know in the comment section down below if you do believe that any of these Galarian forms will be present in the DLC. Make sure to drop a like if you did enjoy today's video. It really does help out. Let's try and hit 600 likes. And of course, subscribe as well if you're brand new. We do daily Pokemon content on this here channel. With all of that out of the way though, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, goodbye.